right, so for today, for today's Wellness Wednesday, we have highlighting balsam fir oil. So for those of you that are new, I'm Romelia. Thank you for joining us. And I like this oil. It's got a very different type of aroma. You know, I've been doing a lot of research on it, and I keep going back to people saying that it smells like a Christmas tree to them. Now, that may be true, that may be possible, but honestly, you guys, I just am having a tough time with that. I just don't get that, but a lot of people do. So if that works for you, if the aroma of a Christmas tree can help you relate to this oil, then so be it, right? I find that there's like a little citrusy hint towards the very back of that aroma. I'm not quite sure I can place it, but I just don't smell 100% Christmas tree, you know, unless you're putting some fruit ornaments or something on there. Anyway, it still smells delicious. I love it. It's a great oil and so many benefits. So let me get my screen up for you guys, my presentation. And you'll see that this is more than just a good smelling oil, and it's more than just a Christmas tree. I can see why it's being brought about this time of the year. Absolutely see why. This is the time of the year where, you know, you're going to see an influx of Christmas trees imported from our Canadian neighbors. A lot of them are balsam fir, and they're easy to find pretty much. But I can totally see why this is the choice of our free oil for this month. It's just so delicious. And you see the little ornament there. I'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a bit. Oh, it says I'm on thank you. Well, there you go. See, that's not going to work for anybody, right? Ha! Let's try that again. All right. Oh, good Lord. I forget that I need to click this button, and now it's going to do it for us. Thanks for your patience. All right, so balsam fir. It's really a beautiful oil. This is a 5 ml bottle, only because of the way that it is distilled, and it's still considered, even though it grows in abundance in Canada, it's still harvested primarily by farmers, plantations, people that have balsam fir as their #1 source of income. So Abies balsamea is known for its pyramidal shape. You can see there, that is your Christmas tree shape, right? When people think of Christmas trees, they probably have a picture of this in their mind. If it's not this balsam fir, then it's probably a Douglas fir, because it's very similar in shape. And it really is widespread throughout North America, mainly Canada. It grows beautifully in the boreal forest, and it can get really, really big. There's some that have measured up to 100 feet. And it produces very thick clusters of needle-like leaves. People really like these for Christmas trees because they don't drop their needles as often as other trees that you may, you know, have in your home for your Christmas tree. So it has a less mess and less cleaning. It's less energy extensive that way. So primarily, when it's not winter and people aren't seeking a balsam fir tree for Christmas, it's primarily used for pulp and light frame construction. The trunk of these trees aren't very thick and sturdy, so even though they're used in construction, they're not really used anything other than just, you know, for light framing or projects that aren't going to require a lot of weight, right? So because it doesn't respond well to pollution, you're not going to find it in urban areas. You're really going to find these out in the lush woods of Canada, in the boreal forest. So for thousands of years, First Nation people, the indigenous people of America, have used these trees for many, many reasons. The resin of the tree was extracted to use for like sores and wounds, for burns, even for taking care of warts. So there's a lot of medicinal properties in there that are going to help with that inflammation, that healing aspect. The needles themselves were brewed for teas, and these were consumed to help with digestion, to help with pain, to help with chronic fatigue. So it's really interesting how these trees have been used for over thousands of years. They're also even used in Ayurvedic medicine. I found that quite interesting, that they use the tree essential oil is considered sacred, and it's the preferred, or I'm sorry, it's referred to as the forest healer. So I thought that was really interesting. I wasn't really looking for anything specific on Ayurveda, but it was really interesting how that popped up. And again, I talked about the choice for Christmas trees only because, you know, they're very fragrant, and my little boy is up. They're very fragrant, and they don't drop the needles as often as the other trees. So the oil is steam distilled from the bark of these fir trees in the same manner as our black spruce. So I love that the essential oils that we get are they're intentional in their purpose to, you know, support our natural healing, but they're also sourced in such an ethical manner. And I really respect that. So if you remember with the black spruce, it's a closed distillation process, right? So as they're chopping down trees to, you know, brighten our holidays, and hopefully, you know, somebody's going to get a balsam fir Christmas tree in their home, there's waste that comes along with that. There's waste that comes along with using these trees for construction. So all of that waste is used as an energy source. Some of it is used as an energy source for a distillation or a power plant next to the distillation plant. And it's just all closed. So as a lot of the byproduct of the construction industry, he's scratching at my foot. I picked him up. He doesn't want to stay up. So he made me lose my train of thought. So anyway, the branches, everything that is trimmed off, it's put into a distillation tank, right? So that we can extract the essential oils. It's steam distilled. And then that waste is fed into the energy plant next to it. And it's a source of energy and fuel for the plant. So it's really closed. It has almost zero carbon fingerprint. This one says it's a 60% reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. But there's some other data that's come out too that says it's almost a closed loop, and there's like zero. So I really love that, you know, for all of us who are environmentally conscious. This right here just really goes to show how important it is to know where your oils come from. So no waste. Love that. So this little bottle is pretty powerful. It has 4 distinct chemical constituents that pop out at you. The first one is limonene, and we've heard of this one. We find it primarily in our citrus oils because it's very cleansing and very purifying. But some of the benefits from this is limonene has been shown to support healthy levels of blood cholesterol, support liver health and metabolism. It helps to support your immune system. And there was an article that was written that it inhibits RAS-P21. So I'm not going to expand on that, but I gave you the source to that. And I've also given you the protein for that. So do your research on that, and you will find how amazing this oil is. But it's just really beautiful. And it's going to send you on a spiral, I guarantee you. I think I looked up and it was like 2 hours later after reading publications, and it just made me fall in love with this oil even more. So this also has beta-philandrine in here. That really is more for the fragrance of this oil. It also helps to purify your air, just the same way that that limonene is a purifier and a cleansing constituent. So is this beta-philandrine. It helps to purify your air. So if you have guests coming over, this is not only going to create a festive mood in your home, but it's also going to help purify your air. And then if you add something like On Guard in there, or even clove or orange with that diffuser blend, you're really going to get a lovely fragrance, but you're also going to get some added benefits of supporting your immune health and respiratory health. That's what the furs, the fur oils really have a lot of support for our respiratory health. I think I mentioned before, if you look at your body systems, like our lungs are these, looks like tree branches, right? So you can really lean into tree oils to support it. The last two constituents in here that really make up the vast concentration composition of this oil are the alpha and beta pinene. So they get their names pinene because you find them in a lot of pine resins. They're major constituents of them. They're also enantiomers. So what this means is that alpha and beta pinene are very similar in chemical composition. They don't contain something different as far as the atoms, the elements that are involved in that, but they're mirror images of each other, which allows them to provide different types of structural benefits to this oil. So both of them can inhibit bone resorption. Both of them do support the respiratory system. Both of them definitely are antimicrobial and boost energy. You'll find that alpha pinene is really leaning to supporting our immune system and our respiratory health, whereas beta pinene is really going to help with that inflammatory response. So this is a really powerful oil. It has 4 big players in here that can really, just take your diffusion to a whole other level. And that's the only way that you can use this oil. You can use it aromatically and you can use it topically. It is not intended for internal use, even though you heard me say that tea was being made from the needles of the tree. That was a story I was telling you. It's not something that I'm telling you to do with this oil. So aromatically, it really is, aromatic use is really the best way to support your respiratory health. And it's also really the best way to get the emotional benefits of an oil. So you can make a spray with this oil, very easy, just putting it in a spray bottle with some distilled water. And you could spray it on your pillows, your garlands, your trees, your diffuser ornaments. You can even just spray it up in the air. You can leave it in the restroom if you like, in your bathroom, and so it could be like the air freshener in there. It's just a really beautiful aroma. I love to do DIYs, and we are going to tackle these DIY candles. I have the recipe instructions for use in your Balsam Fir book that you can download. Very easy. I was so surprised how easy, or at least reading through it. We've made soaps, we've made lotions, we've made sprays and all kinds of stuff, but I don't recall making a candle. I think I would have remembered that. But I'm thinking we're going to make some of those and add them to our gift baskets. And of course, put it in your diffuser. So many different ways to use it aromatically. And again, I do have some more things for you in that book. Some really great diffuser blends. I really, really, really love that evergreen there, because I'm just a big fan of black spruce these days. And that drop of wild orange, I don't know, it does something to that balsam fir. It just kind of brings out that little citrusy smell that I pick up on it. Solstice, our solstice is coming up, right? Our winter solstice. So this would be a great oil to diffuse during that day. You'll see that it's got a lot of wood oils. They're all wood oils there, but it's really going to help ground you, really going to help you transition from this season to your next season. I love the wood oils for that. They're very supportive, emotionally supportive for transitioning. They show us how, right? They lose their leaves, some of them, and they just show us how we can just let go of the past and move into the future. And then our holiday happiness blend over there. Like again, that balsam fir and that wild orange just do something magical together. So give these a try and let me know what you think about them. I'm definitely going to diffuse that solstice and make myself a rollerball with it too. Some topical uses for balsam fir. Use it with the unscented hand lotion. Now this is great for, you know, those family members of yours that are not really big into scents, really big into florals, perfumey kind of things. This is just so subtle. All you need is a drop with your hand lotion, and you can just put it on for the aroma. But the balsam fir is also going to help with that inflammation and soothe your muscles, any kind of body aches. It's really great for that. It goes back to that anti-inflammatory property that it has. You can also use it in your facial cleanser or your body wash because it does have some purifying and clarifying properties. This works really well too. And then an Epsom salt bath, such a delicious way to treat our bodies. It could really help to just kind of ground us, but also to detox our body, detox our heads, right? Something that I've used this balsam fir for, really simple floor cleaner. I actually do this whenever I go down to visit my mom-in-law. This is how I clean her floors, and she's got these beautiful hardwood floors that they've been there, you know, since the house was built, but apparently they came from an old building there in their little town. So this works really well. It's very safe for the floors. It's going to help get that grime up, but it's also going to leave behind this really beautiful aroma. Some more ways to use use balsam fir. You have some more recipes. Download your free balsam fir book. You'll find the link below the video. And there's 25 different ways to use this oil. I mean, that I have in this book. There's just so many more. But it's just such a great oil to have around, especially during this time of year where, you know, it's really familiar to us, that aroma. For our members, if you are a current Wholesale member, you can get a free bottle of balsam fir this month. So this is not a bottle of oil that is available for purchase through doTERRA. Yeah, you can find it through other markets. I can't tell you what's in them, but I know what's in this one. So you get a free bottle of balsam fir and this really beautiful diffuser ornament. I really love how doTERRA has done this. And I think I shared with you before the ones that I had received from previous Decembers. I can't find one right now. But anyway, members, if you place your 125 PV loyalty order by December 15th, you're going to get a free bottle of balsam fir and that free ornament. And if you haven't ordered in a while, if it's been over 6 months, you can go back to the person that introduced doTERRA to you and ask them how you can get your free bottle of Breathe, because that's an additional bonus for you guys too. If you don't have a doTERRA membership account, you should get one. It really is the best way to get your oils. Retail is always available, is always an option, but it's not the best option for you. I'm in the business of saving money, not just for you, but for myself too. So wholesale also, I mean, wholesale works. You get 25% off of retail price for 1 year. You earn back points, and this is primarily how my family gets our oils. I buy all of our, you know, personal care, home care products through doTERRA, and I'm able to get my oils for free because I get points on every single purchase. And then free shipping. If your order hits 100 PV, you get free shipping. I mean, who doesn't want free shipping? Have you seen some of the prices out there for shipping? Oh my gosh. And then we get these perks like this balsam fir that you can't purchase, and you're going to get it free this month. We also provide you ongoing education, and then every now and then we'll throw in an exclusive member only event and promotions like this one. Frankincense. Anybody who places a 200 PV order this month can get a free bottle of frankincense. Members, maximize your purchasing power and go ahead and do your 200 before the 15th of the month, and you're going to get that frankincense along with that balsam fir and the ornament. For those of you that are not current members of doTERRA and you're members of our community, you can get a free wholesale account with your 200 PV order. doTERRA is gonna throw in a bottle of frankincense. We're gonna throw in a bottle of Douglas fir, because we can't give you balsam fir. That's limited to our members right now. But we'll throw in a balsam fir, and then for current members and new members, you get a choice of a holiday piece or a holiday joy from us. It's my birthday coming up, and I don't do well with receiving gifts. So hint, hint, it just makes me uncomfortable. But I love to give gifts, and I love to share, and I like to give it all away. So you can choose one of those. I really lean into the holiday piece only because I'm a big tree fan. But that holiday joy is the bomb too. So your order to get these 3 free oils, and for members, the ornament, you must place your order by December 15th. So once that rolls around, that's the end of my birthday offer. So if you need help, you can just reply below this video. You can send an email, whichever way you're more comfortable reaching out to us. You can go ahead and place your order with that link that's provided on your screen. And another consideration for you, because this is very new and we are seeing some amazing results from people that have been on the system, even those that are just starting on the system. And in a week, they're feeling different. They're seeing things differently about their bodies. If you want to have better sleep, if you want to have mental clarity and more energy, smoother skin, I think that's the biggest impact the biggest transformation I have seen with people has been, just the change of their skin, looking more firmer, more just younger. And some people are losing an incredible amount of weight. I just find it pretty fascinating how everybody responds differently to this product line, but their bodies are responding primarily in the way where they need the most support. So it's a beautiful line. If you don't know about it, you can check out any of these resources here. There's videos, there's some printed information, and then you can pop into our private online community where there's more information in there too. I'm happy to navigate with you through this vast list of resources. You can just reach out and I'm happy to help you. So coming up are December sessions. So next week, we're going to have a holiday DIY. We are really big on giving gifts from the heart here. So most of the time, I think there's only been just a handful of Christmases where we haven't actually made something to give as a gift or in our gift baskets. We always give food and fudge and cookies and all that wonderful, yummy stuff because this is the time of year for it, right? But then, there's some other ideas too that we can, that you can look into. It's just a really beautiful way of sharing yourself with someone. And then after that, right before Christmas, we're going to share some holiday cocktails with you. Been talking with my daughter who's going to help me, and she's really leaning into all of these warm cocktails, something to really support our bodies right now. I told her we're having cocktails. Make sure there's cocktails in it. She's like, well, yeah, for sure. But she's leaning more into some hot cocktails, warm cocktails for you guys. You know me, I'm a margarita kind of gal, and so I'll share some variations of those, the ones that I absolutely love, but there's some others too that are just delicious and very fitting for the holiday. And then we'll wrap up this month with New Year, New You. So just really focusing on all the lessons learned and not learned from this year, really setting some intentional, not so much goals, but just really setting some intentions for the new year. What do you want to change? What do you want differently? What can you do or incorporate into your life that will help you be your best and most powerful self? So really looking forward to that, to sharing with you guys. So here's the way that you can stay connected with us. You can subscribe to our newsletter. It comes out every week, and it has some information in there, some recipes, some ramblings on Romelia's ramblings. And then you could also go onto our YouTube channel and our website as well. And if you're on social media, we would love a follow and a like. So yeah, come out and see us playing there. All right. So again, for you members, you have till December 15th to get your free balsam fir and your free doTERRA ornament. Doesn't that just look so cute? I absolutely love that. It's a little oil bottle. I can't wait to see it. I really do love that. So let me stop sharing my screen and see if there's any questions coming up in the chat. Don't see any. So if you guys do, have some follow-up questions, please reach out to me. There are no stupid questions ever. The only one that could possibly be stupid is the one that's not asked. I guarantee if you're asking it, other people want to know too, and they're just, a little bit more shy than what you are about bringing them out. All right. So you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Enjoy some time outdoors. I don't know, I haven't been out there yet, so I got to bundle up to go out. But I tell you what, yesterday was beautiful. Today is looking pretty promising too. So make sure you go out and get some exercise, go walk around your block, connect with nature, and just have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Peace.